It's the store at 4, and we're going to talk about offer review, and we've got a bunch of other things worth talking about. First things first, there's a post right here where someone says, fix the Wakanda team, and they list a whole bunch of healthy suggestions or helpful suggestions about fixing the Wakandan team. More importantly than that is there is a developer response from Cerebro, and he says, if only there was a Wakanda-themed movie coming out this year that we could support. So to me, this means is that there's a chance or a very high chance that when the Wakanda movie comes out, there'll be some sort of a rework, maybe some additional characters brought in, and a new revamp of the Wakanda team because it's kind of terrible. And I think that would be welcomed by the community. Also, we've got picture right here of Cerebro. Cerebro trying to fix the devs' mistakes with the community. UXF, thank you for finding that photo. Okay. The gear tier 4 bottleneck is getting a little crazy, and I have a reason for why I think the gear 14 bottleneck is crazy. One thing was they needed them for characters going from 13 to 14. Now the new teeds need gear 14 pieces on 14, 15, and even 16. Availability of them right now is I farm 1 node a day, and hope you don't at least one drop or open open G14 armory orbs. I opened 60 G14 armory orbs and didn't even get 15 superior molecular scans to equip the one piece of gear on Ghost Spider. Has to be included. There has to be a time to include these in another node or even outdated raid store at this point. No, they're in the raid. They're in the war store, and just nobody's spending money on it. Like anything right here, the bottleneck is bad, but I can't help wonder if Scopely is trying to break us from our hoarding habits. I know a lot of late game players like me, myself included, are hoarding elite war credits, hoping to get teal war orbs. I bet Scopely hates that we're doing that and wants us to spend those credits now, hence trying to force us to use them on orange mini uniques. Yeah, I think that's the reason why I'm having a hard time with the 14s is that I'm saving I'm waiting for the teal war orbs instead of buying them on the orange war orbs, war orb 1, whatever they're called. But anyways, start raid battle on auto. Other games have this. I start most raids while doing other stuff, and I forget when it's loading. Just come back to a defeat screen. Maybe a simple toggle button before starting it up. You can copy my great art. Yeah, I think there's another game. I think Raid Shadow just did this. Like when you're in the menu, the loading screen where it's going in the bar, you can hit a button that says start raid on auto or start battle on auto on auto. I think that would be great if they had that feature. We really need an incentive to do the Greek raids. Boy, my goodness. Also, Gamma shouldn't be harder than Doom. No kidding. My goodness. I don't know that it's harder than Doom, but it's still pretty hard. Gamma is way overtuned. The drops, except for Shatterstar from Greek orbs, are horrible. A tiny amount of gold and a modicum of premium orb fragments are far from worthwhile. I don't know how to make it any better just to it. I kind of hope they phase out the Greek raids and they make them simmable and we focus on something else. I think if they just made them all simmable, the Greek raids, that would make me very happy. Don't forget about Doom 1.1 first-time rewards. I thought this was a helpful post. My alliance was doing Doom 60% 1.1 when Doom 2 came out. We tried Doom 2.0 and it found it way easier than 1.1, so we never looked back. We have since moved on to 2.1. Now that we are considerably stronger, we went back and beat 1.1 for the 100% rewards. The T4s alone are worth a day without a few teal orbs. Yeah, so don't forget about the Doom 1.1 first-time rewards. All right, let's go to offer review. And we've got the second offering of Spider-Punk. Now, he is an event campaign character that will be starting on Friday. And I spend the 50 refreshes on event campaign characters. I think that is the best way for me to do it. All right, let's skip past this. This is kind of nonsense. Resolute offer, Spider-Man Miles. Now, I know that he's relatively easy to get, but if you don't have Spider-Man Miles Morales, This is an inexpensive way of doing it. It's also worth noting that the Oz formula right here is super scarce right now because several of the characters of the Web Warriors require the Oz formula for a 13 piece. And there's these hidden offers. And technically, this is, I mean, not that they're worth buying, but technically, you could buy 10 Oz formula for $15 all the time. And now you're getting the mile shards, I guess, for free. So if this helps you save time and you need the Oz formula, I think this is reasonable enough. I think older characters and this pricing makes sense. I don't think the veteran players will have a lot of interest in this, but older characters should be priced like this, not $29, not $30 for 50. No, $180 for 15 seems reasonable enough. And also, it's worth mentioning that Miles also has the Resolute tag for Pocket Dimension, which is also starting on Friday. We've got a lot of stuff happening at the end of the week. On Thursday, we have the second Ghost Spider Blitz, and then we have Pocket Dimension starting on Friday, and then we also have the Spider-Punk event campaign character release on Friday as well. So busy. Boy, screen time is going to be through the roof. She-Hulk, I've never really liked She-Hulk as the character, but here again, this is the correct pricing, in my opinion, for older characters. 180 character shards for $15. If this helps you save time, and you see value in her, I just don't think she's that great of a character. I don't think anybody's recommending her to be used as part of one of the Resolute characters inside of Pocket Dimension. Most people are recommending, the usual suspects, like the two Web Warriors, Shuri, Mega Red, Cersei. Some people are big on Multiple Men. Some people are big on Misty. Some people are big on Yondu. And then you've also got Storm and Magic. But I've never heard anybody say, hey, She-Hulk, she's going to be great in Pocket Dimension. No. I'm afraid not. Miles, on the other hand, sure. Roster progress offer. This is 500 cores. Now, if you're saving, I don't know if this is a good idea for people that are saving their cores. If you've been saving your cores and you typically use them on event campaign characters, I just want to keep in mind that the Spider-Punk event campaign starts on Friday, and I think spending the 50s, the 50 cores on those nodes is a better value. I don't do the 100s. I know some people do the 100s, but I only do the 50s. That works well for me. But I think that spending the 50s in that event that starts on Friday is better than buying this right here. Because this is the event for Scarlet Spider is really easy. Most people have already finished it up. Mutant Sorceress, no. This is out of their minds. Pricing Magic, 50 character shards for $35. No. I just don't think these are good deals at all. All right, Perfect Clone Orb offer. Now, this is for Scarlet Spider. Now, Scarlet Spider has a rather controversial release method in that it is very limited. Being you finished the leveling up event with the training materials, and then on Friday, let's say you're one of the people that's able to complete Pocket Dimension and go through it twice very quickly. Still, the amount of free-ish, well, you have to play the events, but the amount of shards that you can get free to play is limited to only 126. So keep that in mind if you're a person that sometimes buys these offers. I know for myself, I want to make sure that I can get him to 5 yellow just in case he is used as a legendary unlock. I don't know if that's going to happen, but you never know, right? That being said, this is the regular character orb that has a minimum 6, maximum 180, averages over 9, and this is an Armory 14, which I value about $1, and these are value about $3 a piece. So the valuation doesn't really add up to $10, but Scarlet Spider, they're super stingy about him. They've been getting stingier on these newer characters. I mean, it seems like they keep dropping the amount of shards that you can get, free to play, or without spending any money anyways. And he's definitely the stingiest of the 3 Web Warriors that were released in this last month. I don't recommend buying purple gear. This is not a great value. I value these orbs at $1.50 a piece, and that this is maybe worth another buck. So this adds up to $4.50 plus another maybe $1.50, maybe $6 total. Same is true with the gold offer that's probably coming up beneath it. Level 4 ISO 8 crystals. Just keep in mind that this only costs 1, this costs 3, this costs 9. This is worth 27, and this last one is 81. So they go up by multiples of 3. So the 4 seems high, but really, like if this was a 5, that would be a much better deal. I've never bought this, but a lot of people say it saves them several days of farming. I do the 50s every day on both the yellow and the green energy. Same valuation as the training materials. We're valuing gold orbs at $1.50 a piece. At best, I value those at $1.50 a piece. So that's $4.50 plus maybe another $1.50 for that right there. Maybe $6 doesn't quite add up to $10. Let's move on. I don't buy purple gear. Purple gear. I'm not recommending anybody buy purple gear. This would be okay if it was a buck. T3s, 100 T3s for a buck seems like a reasonable price, but $10, no way. It seems way too high. I value this at $7. Pretty much, I'm a favor of this right here, but I don't really like these orbs at all. So I've bought this in the past when I was desperate, and then when there was running with some sort of event at the same time where I was able to use this currency also to help out in an event. But typically I don't look at this or even consider this unless there's an event running at the same time. All right. Yeah, this is a better deal. So if you compare this right here, this is 1,000 energy plus 2 orbs that I don't really have a lot of value on for $15. And then right here, we've got a calendar offer where it's 910. Now the 910 comes over a period of 7 days, but this is $10. So if you're desperate for green energy, I think this is a better value. And I have bought this in the past as well. Let's move on. Silver promotion credit offer. You get 10 silver promotion credits. Boy, this is really horrible. Only 10, and it comes over 7 days. I don't know why they need to spread that over 7 days. You think that this would be better if, it's like, oh, you're at 100. I don't know. Anyways, they've sold 50 of these before for $3, so this is not a great value. This is almost always in the store. I think that's trash. This has a limited use, and I think there's reasonable value for people trying to 100%, like Doom 2.3, for example. Because you get 800 energy, which has probably $4 value. These right here is worth 250 power cores, right? And then right there, those cost 50 power cores per 10. So that's 250 power cores. So there's nearly 500 power cores right here. And then, $4 in campaign energy and then some other stuff. But this is only if you're trying to one-shot like one of the... Like today, your alliance says, hey, we're going to one-shot 2.1 or 2.2 or 2.3. Very limited, very whaley way of doing it. Anyways, let's move on. Not that I recommend doing it, but I do think I have bought this once before, in fact. Let's move on. I think the rest of all of this is garbage. Let's toggle over. We'll just scroll down to the bottom, make sure that there's nothing else left here. And then we're going to go over to the free-to-play account. No 10 for 10 or anything like that hiding down there. Let's go to the free-to-play account, see. All right, we got Towering Teen offer. Ooh, no way. These older characters like this, I just don't get it, man. Scopely, I really do like the idea of 180 character shards for $15 plus 10 of their 13 pieces. I think that's just a better way of going than this right here. Let's move on. Oh, Secret Agent Avenger offer. No, boy. 50 character shards, boy. No. 50 character shards for $30. It's just never really a good deal. I just not a fan of that. Although she is a very useful character inside of the raids. All right, we're going to skip over all the duplicate offers. We've already looked at all these offers right here. We've got Yellow Jacket again, 50 character shards for $30 and nothing very exciting. And then we've got Scarlet Spider. We've got the X-Force Orb for people that are trying to get Doc Ock. Doc Ock legendary event started yesterday. Congratulations to anybody that got Doc Ock. This orb right here also includes not only Domino and X-23, but Teenage Warhead, who's hiding back here. And then there's also Cable and Deadpool. Problem I have with this orb is that you could spend $20 on it and get 30 character shards of the one that you don't want because it's random. And what if you don't need Deadpool? Or what if you don't need Cable? What if you're only looking for X-23? So anyways, it's just if buying this allows you to unlock Doc Ock, I guess, but it's not a very efficient way of doing, not a very min-max way of doing it. Let's move on. I think that does it for today's offer review. Like I said, starting on Thursday, we're going to have a lot of screen time starting on Thursday, and the blitz scores for Ghost Spider were through the roof last time. People, if you wanted to place in the top 1%, mid 50s, probably 55 million is my guess. If it's going to be as high as last time, it's outrageous. Plus, when we have Pocket Dimension and the event campaign for Spider-Punk. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.